Hello, everyone. Today we will be reading from a book of fairy tales, The Frog Prince. In the olden days, there lived a king whose daughters were all beautiful, but the youngest of them was even lovelier than the others. Near the castle of this king was a large and gloomy forest, and in the middle of the forest grew a very old tree. Beneath those branches splashed a little fountain. Whenever the days were very warm, the youngest princess went into the forest and sat down by the side of the fountain. Her favorite plaything was a golden ball, and she would throw it high into the air and catch it as it came down again. One sunny day, the princess rested by the fountain as usual. She tossed the golden ball into the air, but this time she did not catch it and it rolled into the water. The well beneath the fountain was very deep, and the ball disappeared from sight and seemed gone forever. The princess began to cry, and as she wept, a voice called out to her. "Why are you crying, dear princess?" it asked. The princess looked everywhere to find who was speaking to her, and at last she saw it was a big frog sitting on the side of the fountain. The princess was very surprised to hear her frog speak, and she replied at once. "I did not catch my beautiful golden ball, and it fell into the water," she said. "Do not cry," said the frog. "I will help you if I can. What will you give me if I bring back the golden ball to you?" "What would you like, dear frog?" said the princess. "My dresses, my pearls and jewels, or my golden crown?" "I cannot wear any of those things, little princess," croaked the frog. "I would like you to take care of me and be my friend. I would like to eat from your plate and sleep in your bed. If you will promise me these things, I will dive into the water and bring up your golden ball." "I will promise anything you ask, if only you will find the golden ball," cried the princess. The frog disappeared under the water. The princess felt a little uneasy as she thought about her promise, but she did not think that she would have to carry it out. Then the frog appeared again. This time he had in his large mouth the princess's golden ball. "Thank you very much, dear frog," she cried. She took it from him and began to run back to the castle. "Wait for me, I cannot run as fast as you can," cried the frog. "Remember your promise." But the louder he croaked, the faster ran the ungrateful princess. The next day, the king and his daughters were sitting at the table, enjoying their lunch, when they heard a strange sound. Flip, flop, spashty, it went all the way up the marble stairs and ending outside the door of the banqueting hall. Then came a knock at the door, and a croaking voice was heard. "Let me in," it cried. "Open the door, youngest daughter of the king, and let me in." The little princess went and opened the door, and when she saw who was sitting outside, she closed it quickly and went and sat down again, looking very pale. "What is the matter?" asked the king. "You look as if a giant had come to carry you away." "It is not a giant," wailed the princess. "It is a great, ugly old frog." "What can a frog be doing here?" asked the king in surprise. "It is my own fault," said the princess tearfully. "He fetched my golden ball from the bottom of the fountain, but first made me promise to let him come here and be my friend." "He sounds a very unusual kind of frog," said the king, "but if you made a promise, you must keep it. Let the frog in." The frog hopped up to the princess's chair. "Let me sit on your chair, princess," he croaked. The princess had to lift him up and put him beside her chair, and from there he jumped onto the table. "Now push your plate towards me so that we can share the same food," he croaked. The princess did so, and the frog made a good meal. "I have had enough to eat," said the frog. "Now I am tired and ready to go to sleep in your little bed." The princess burst into tears. She did not want a cold, muddy frog in her bed. The king was angry. "The frog helped you when you needed him," he said. "You must not despise him now." So the princess had to carry the frog up to her room, but she laid him in a corner of the room. He soon jumped away from there. "Want to sleep in your comfortable bed, or I will tell your father," he croaked unkindly. At that, the princess was so cross that she picked up the poor frog and threw him across the room. "Be quiet, you ugly old frog," she cried. But as he fell, the poor frog changed into a handsome young prince with a face and form not at all like that of a frog. "I was bewitched, and I had to stay in the shape of a frog until a kind princess became my true friend," he told her. "I was not kind," said the princess, feeling ashamed. The prince already loved her very much indeed, and that was why they married and lived happily ever afterwards. That was the Frog Prince. If you enjoyed that, please feel free to leave a like and comment, and I hope you have a wonderful day.